Alright guys, I am sorry. I am absolutely the worst at tutorials and documenting how things are done before I get going on them, just because I guess I don't know how they're going to turn out, and maybe they'll turn out brilliant and I should be recording from the beginning, but here I am in the middle of my first groundbreaker. Got the hose for the ribs. I've started covering it with masking tape. I will paper mache this a couple of times. I'm putting masking tape on it first for no apparent reason other than I guess I just don't want the green to show through. I don't know, but that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to do the whole thing. And then I've got my one arm going into the ground. I got another arm coming out here. I'm going to half this though, and I'm going to make a two boned forearm for both of them. So I'm going to take those off and cut them in half and paper mache two bone arms to stick in the end there, so it looks like a skeleton arm. I've put chicken wire down at the bottom because I'm going to cover it in saran wrap, and then I'm going to foam it. I'm going to grate stuff it and make it look like dirt, paint it brown, make it look like dirt so it looks like he's coming out of some dirt, because I can't dig up my yard. Yeah, there's the beginnings of it. I'll show you what it looks like here in a little bit. Toodles. Okay, just a quick update. Covered everything in masking tape. I made a hand for him out of wire, newspaper, and masking tape. His arm. This is newspaper that I made a big tube first and rolled it in masking tape. Then I slit it down the middle on both sides. Sorry. And then I made two tubes out of it and masking tape that. And my arm's not connected yet. I just have it still because I don't know how I want it yet. Maybe like that. It'll be reaching out like that. Yeah, I made this out of wire. You can see it, wire. And then I just rolled up some more newspaper and kind of covered it in masking tape again. And I've got his other arm here. It'll be going down into the ground, or looking like it's coming up out of the ground, like he's trying to push himself up. I did the same thing with that. Kind of give it that femur look. And then kind of like a sign from the haunting gods, I clicked on Halloweenville's vlog he had on this morning, and he made some what he calls monster clay, toilet paper, Elmer's glue, and joint compound. And I think that's what I'm going to cover this guy in. I was going to paper mache it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to cover it all of it, the ribs, everything in that monster clay, and I'm going to let it dry for a couple of days. Then I'm going to plastic corpse it. So I'm going to try and get the monster clay on today, or most of it anyway, and get it painted up. So we will show you later what's going on. There we go. Alright, here it is, all done with all the clay on it. The monster clay, as everybody's calling it, or as everybody seems to want to call it. I put it on there, and then I took some water on my fingers and I smoothed it out the best I could. This I just did, so it's still wet. There's a little pit in it right there. Yeah, well. I think it came out pretty good. I'm happy. It looks like bone. I've got his arm propped up again with my broom here because the weight of the clay when it's wet makes it droop a little bit, so we're gonna make sure it dries like that. That should be a little bit better. I wish I would have reinforced that a little bit, but you know, it is like stone. I mean, it's strong stuff, so it's good. We're going to give it a couple of days to dry this weekend. I'll put some plastic on it, corpse it out, get the head on it, finish the foam on the bottom, and we're going to call it good and get going on another one, because I want more than one. I want 2, maybe 3 in different poses. So yeah, the hand came out pretty good. Kind of added some knuckles onto his hands there, as you can see. Add some up there too. A little. It looks worse on camera than it really is, but I'll try to smooth that out a little bit. Like I said, that'll be plastic covering it, paint. So it'll probably look a little better than it does there, but there's that. Alright, till later. Alright, so here we are. I've got all the kids downstairs in the basement with me, so sorry about the noise. But I started putting some plastic on here. I thought I'd show you real quick what I'm doing. I put a little spray adhesive on here just to kind of stick it on there and hold it on there. And I've kind of taken this plastic and made it as big as I want to make it. Putting it on here like that. Got it stuck on there. I'm going to wrap it around a couple of times, like so. A little bit of that. Spray a little bit on here just to hold it on. Here on the top. Good. Okay. Maybe just a little more here to hold it down. Okay. Alright. I'm going to take the trusty heat gun. Let it warm up. So as you can see, we got that melted on there. We left some holes in there. It's going to make it look a little creepy, but it looks melted on there pretty good. Alright, now let's move on to the arms and the hand here. Okay, so I've just wrapped this in plastic. I glued some roller balls in there I got from Monster Guts. Now we're just going to melt this sucker right up. Okay, so I've done the head, and I am going to call it good. So we're going to paint it up. Got the tendons around his neck, got his body really good, got his arms really good. Hit his hand one more time, just give it some creepiness, and we're going to paint it up. See you in a bit. Okay, so now that it's almost dry, I mean it's pretty dry, it's a little tacky still but not bad. I'm going to take a little yellow paint and I'm going to just put a little bit on here like that. I'll just the tip of my brush pretty good here, and I'm going to get it as dry as I can. I'm out of paper towels, so I'm just going to do it right here on this piece of paper I got here, and we'll keep using this over and over again. I'm going to dry brush it. It should just go against the grains here. Just to make things kind of pop out. A little bit wetter than that. Kind of gets things a little gross. You can see that or not on the camera. And we're just kind of going against the grain of whatever we can to get some of this yellow to pop on here. And all we got left to do is the foam down here at the bottom to make it look like he's coming out of some dirt. That's all we got. We're done with it, so we're going to start making another one after this one. So there we go. Thanks.